morning to you. It must be 5 a.m. somewhere out there because it's time for another edition of Hardison's Tips. I'm your host, Brandon Hardison. Glad to be with you. And we do this for all of our brothers and sisters in sales, no matter what the vertical, major account, key account, up and down the street, in home sales, retail sales, and automotive sales. So, this beautiful Tuesday, the 10th of August, we're just going to jump into it because I know you're getting dressed, getting out of there. But yesterday, we were talking about the different beliefs that hinder salespeople. And I want to pick back off of that, where people say that they only need their style, they'll create it. Let's remind people that best practices are still what the customer wants to see from the other side of the desk. In every sophisticated endeavor, some people prove better at it than others. And the reason being is that some of these people are thoughtful, are analytical, are ready to identify practices that will result the customer into their value proposition statement, what they're looking for to make their world easier. Since these things are identifiable, it's easy to see the behaviors that keep you from selling at your top peak. These what we call best practices. These are behaviors that have been proven to bring results. The best of best practices eventually will wake everyone up and get back on the right page. If you're a manager, we need for your people to practice. Practice. Don't practice on the customer. Practice and be ready. The body of best practices eventually wells up and they show value as a sales consultant there to assist the person on the other side of the desk. As coaches, teachers, we need to look at this like doctors or any other profession. They take time to be the best of the best. And how do they do this? They role play. We have to practice. We have to find a way to tweak what you're saying, how your verbal, nonverbal is in front of that guest. It takes time. If you do feel that you don't want to practice because you're an adult, that's okay. If you don't practice with a coworker, somebody at home, on your own, the result is the customer is going to see a bad show. So one day, we're hoping that someone out there, if they are guiding you and coaching you, will give you the opportunity to practice. Whatever your style is, that's okay. At least as a coach, we can look at it, examine it, give you suggestions. But you get better results if you want to be the player of the player in this space. You have to fertilize, you have to nurture, you have to do the things where your verbal and nonverbal will not confuse the guest on the other side of the desk. If you do this right, I don't care what vertical, every profession follows processes. Our Olympics that were just held in Tokyo should have proven that to you. The best of the best of every country, I guaranteed you, they worked on what their coach told them that there can be the best success for. There's no comparison. Sure, we can read books, we can do all kinds of seminar sitting, hearing from others, But until you get into the game and understand that processes have to be followed, especially in a sales presentation, the better off you're going to be. Who I feel has done these things the best? There are IBM, Microsoft, Northwest Mutual, Minolta Corporation. There's hundreds of organizations that will give you the opportunity to practice role play, put it on film, do it again. Anything that a good high school, college professional coach, we film everything and we run it back so you can see that you are giving your best. Your style is important. We want you to be creative in your style, but make sure you're practicing your style. On the other hand, if you don't practice, that's okay. We already know what the outcome is going to be. The customer is going to win. But few salespeople who have that courage of their conviction and push through and do adopt some of these best practices are on their way to show value. And when you show value to a guest, I don't care what you're selling, that's when they say, I want to go with this person. Always remember, buyers don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And that deals with asking high gain questions, which we'll touch on tomorrow. Once again, Brandon Hardison on this beautiful Tuesday, the 10th day of August, 2021. And as always, in parting, you go out, you make it a champion day.